Welcome, everyone. We are about to unpack something incredibly profound today. For thousands of years, the Shivaling has been this central focus of reverence, right? But the actual science, the deep, mind-bending cosmic metaphors behind its design, they rarely get the spotlight they truly deserve. So today, we're diving into the source material to look way past the surface and decode the ancient science of the Shivaling. Okay, let's dive into this. What exactly is a Shivaling? Well, according to the text we're analyzing, the true answer has gotten severely distorted over the centuries. Our source material points out that it's a mix of language translation errors, the tragic historical loss of ancient texts, and, honestly, a lot of misinterpretations about early foreign commentators. You see, when early observers read these texts, they tried to apply literal physical translations to what were actually highly profound metaphysical concepts. Basically, they mistook vast cosmic representations for literal human anatomy. So today, we're going right back to the original definitions to clear up that historical confusion once and for all. All right, Section 1, the true meaning of the Shivaling. To truly grasp this, we first have to understand how the Sanskrit language operates. The source offers this brilliant analogy. Think of the word sutra. In everyday street language, it might just mean a physical thread. But step into the realm of mathematics or high philosophy, and that exact same word suddenly means a complex formula or a guiding principle. It's the exact same thing with the word linga. In its original context, it simply means a symbol, a mark, or an axis. It was never meant to be a literal physical form. Instead, the ancient texts describe it as the representation of the infinite zero. It's the vast, boundless sky from which absolutely all of creation is born, and into which everything eventually merges back. So, the crucial point is, when we look at the universe through the lens of modern physics, it consists entirely of just two fundamental things: matter and energy. And the source material explains that ancient sages completely understood this perfect scientific dichotomy. In this metaphysical framework, Shiva represents matter, or Padarth, while Shakti represents energy, or Orja. The actual physical structure of the Shivaling, bringing together the base and that central pillar, beautifully symbolizes this fundamental scientific truth. It's literally a three-dimensional representation showing us that the universe is just this intricate, inseparable dance of matter and energy. Moving right along to Section 2, Historical and Archaeological Evidence. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this reverence wasn't just some localized belief. The archaeological proof detailed in our source reveals an incredibly wide geographical spread, showing that reverence for this formless symbol is profoundly ancient. We're talking excavations uncovering evidence of similar cosmic worship in ancient Mesopotamia and Babylon. And closer to home, in the highly developed ancient civilizations of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, archaeologists unearthed the famous Pashupati seal. This incredible artifact depicts a central figure seated in a deep yogic posture, flanked by animals. It proves that these early, sophisticated civilizations universally revered this cosmic access long before the structured religions we know today even took shape. Which brings us to Section 3, Amazing Secrets of the Shivaling. And guys, this is where it gets really mind-blowing. Our first secret is all about the formless infinite. There's this powerful quote from the ancient Skanda Purana that states, "The sky is the linga, the earth is its base, and all that is born from the infinite zero merges back into it." I mean, wow. That directly illustrates the massive, mind-boggling cosmic scale we're dealing with here. It was never conceptualized as a localized earthly deity. Instead, it serves as a structural metaphor for the vastness of the cosmos itself, the foundational earth holding up the infinite reach of the sky above. Let's move to and see how this builds into our second secret, the shape of our dynamic universe. If you look at the physical setup of a traditional Shivaling, there's a water vessel, known as a Jaldhari, with water continuously dripping down onto the central pillar. The source explains that this specific shape, combined with that continuous flow of water, is actually meant to mimic the dynamic spinning motion of our very own galaxy. It acts as a localized visual representation of a universe that is constantly in motion, continuously expanding and rotating. And that brings us to secret number 3, the Pillar of Light, also known as the Jyotirlinga. The source material notes that ancient texts, like the Shiva Purana, describe a time before creation when a divine pillar of light appeared, a pillar possessing no visible beginning and absolutely no end. The Shivaling represents this exact formless light. It is the ultimate energy pillar from which the entire cosmos expands, standing as a representation of the primordial cosmic fire, pure, unadulterated energy radiating outward into the void. And this brilliantly illustrates our final and perhaps most surprising secret, ancient alchemy. You see, the specific construction of the Shivaling wasn't just symbolic, it was highly practical. Ancient sages intentionally combined a brass base, a copper head or snake, specific botanicals like Belpatra and Datura, and a continuous flow of water. Why? Well, the source texts suggest these sages were creating a continuous extraction process. the water dripping slowly over the copper, washing over the specific toxic alkaloids found in those particular leaves, and then resting in a brass base. It was actually a highly advanced method to process raw, toxic botanicals into safe, potent medicines. They literally hid a brilliant scientific and chemical formula right in plain sight. So we've covered the representation of the infinite zero, the fundamental dance of matter and energy, the literal shape of our spinning galaxy, and even hidden alchemical formulas for ancient medicine. It truly is a masterclass in encoding deep scientific and cosmic truths into a single, elegant symbol. Based on everything we've explored from the sources today, I just have to leave you with this final thought. Will you ever look at the universe the same way the next time you visit a temple and see this ancient symbol? I really hope this explainer has sparked your curiosity to look deeper into the incredible hidden science of these ancient traditions. Keep questioning, keep learning, and thank you so much for joining me today.